Second half about to get underway here in the Division 3 qualifying final. Scoresby lead by 4 goals over Boronia. Here is Steve White.
So back into the ruck. Henderson springs off him, gets his own clearance and kicks it in towards the attacking 50 now here for Boronia. Fairchild in a foot race, going to get it onto a loose footy with hot pursuit there from Richards over the boundary line. She goes, and we'll have a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket now here for Boronia.
This is what Matty Clark wants from his forward line. They're going to work really hard to hold the ball in and try and create a scoring opportunity here.
So in comes the boundary throw. D'Esso back into the ruck, slotted at there by Hannon, gives the big fist there, does D'Esso, swats it forward about 10 metres. Players pile in, Hannon tries to get a loose footy, so does McKernan. It's gone off the ground there by Krawczyk, up towards centre wing as players pile in, McAlpine being one of them from Boronia on hands and knees, manages to get the footy out. It just pops up now here to Williams, who's playing quite the way down the ground. Krawczyk lays the tackle, and we will have a ball up there, dead on centre wing in front of the scoreboard, far side of the ground out here at East Burwood Reserve. So for 8-3-51, Scoresby lead Boronia 4-3-27. Here's the ball up. D'Esso back into the ruck. Didn't win that one, but the ball comes back out now here. McAlpine looking for it. Comes to D'Esso. He's wrapped up in a great tackle there from Ryan White, and the umpire says no prior. We'll have a ball up. 90 seconds gone here in this third term. Out at East Burwood Reserve, Division 3 qualifying final. D'Esso wins that, tap down. It's roved on there brilliantly by Wade McConnon. Kicks it now high up and under, and that looks like the second windscreen of the afternoon.
No,
getting a call
it was
out.
lucky it was a ute.
Gee, I'm glad I don't park in football grounds.
Well, it's a good time to invest in windscreens. O'Brien get on the shares now. Is the kick now coming back here on centre wing. The kick now in towards the centre square. Trying to take the mark there was Rutherford. He was out contested. Running onto it there was Chin. Couldn't get a clean touch. Back now here to Godwin. Got wrapped up as he got his kick away. Out now into the waiting arms of Hannon. Just dropped the footy. Chadwick comes in and he's swarmed on by 2 Boronia players. And we'll have a ball up in the centre square. So Chadwick back into the action, being one of the best players for Scoresby this afternoon. 2 goals already, both in the first term. Mark Williams obviously with 4 so far now here for the Magpies. D'Esso into the ruck. Trying to do the rucking there was Braden Bowes for Boronia, and the umpire says we'll have it right back.
A lot of footballers around that contest. Very congested.
Well, it's in the middle here of East Burwood Reserve. Comes out. McKernan's kick was smothered. He'll go after it again. Leg wrapped him up into tackle. He dropped the pill. Handball out there by Hare. Backwards to go forward. Scoresby. The kick goes up towards centre half forward now. Inside forward 50. Williams was the target. It was knocked away from him. Bazinskis for the Hawks. Across the half back line. Scooped on a lovely left foot kick. Spotted up his target there in Jaden Collins, who takes the mark. He'll wind around now. Thump it every bit of 50. No, he won't. He usually likes to get some purchase on it on the left, but he had a short option there in Jake Godwin.
David Marcis has been very quiet this afternoon.
Spot on, Brash. Godwin kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Henderson, it went over the top of him and Robertson's head. Henderson hit the deck. He grabbed it. Umpire comes in and he'll bounce it across the paint of 50. 3.5 minutes tick on in this third term. It's still a 4-goal margin to Scoresby in the Division 3 qualifying final. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. EFL.org.au around the globe, including Florida this afternoon and Singapore. We're loving this as it comes out. Bronski's got the handball away. Nicely done. Now it's in the arms there of Brad Jones, who had a little bit of time and then kicked it out. Chadwick on the right boot up towards the wing position. That was a beautiful kick out the front of Mark Williams. That's Mark with a C. Over the top he goes. Spotted up his teammate there in Marcia. Speak of the Devil comes out to Jones. His kick was smothered. They still look like they might have the numbers. Charging after it was Hicks. Nicely done there by the big man there in Chadwick. Inside forward 50 they go. Top of the goal square. Nice contest there by Lake. I thought the umpire might have blown a whistle there. Both players just sort of stayed a bit stagnant there. Kick around the body. Get knocked away by Braden Bowes and over the boundary line. And she goes. Nice little setup they've got on that white ute over the back there as well. Enjoying their afternoon. Loving the work of Lee Green. LKLM Media, the best in the business. Williams took it from the stoppage. Handball over the top. Left it. Ran over the top of it was Hare. It still stays alive. And forced through for a behind or a ball up just before it went over. The umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up metres away from the Scoresby goal line. expect this one to be knocked through, or maybe not, because Braden Bowes knocked it over, and he knocked it over out of bounds on the full. And the white youth brethren of Scoresby were very happy to tell him all about it as well. A shot on goal for the Scoresby Football Club.
Yeah, it's always a bone of contention, that free kick, isn't it?
Well, it's certainly in the rules, isn't it? As the kick goes goalward, but through for a minor score. Never looked like going through. It was a tight angle, and Scoresby get their fifth behind now. Their fourth behind, I should say, on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Margin is out to 25 points. Barry Cotts, some halftime scores from around the grounds.
Yeah, Cruden 3-5-23, Upper Ferntree Gully 2-7-19, Mulgrave and Lilydale 4-3-27, Mulgrave 3-1-19.
So, Scoresby get a free kick. Good tackle there by Krawczyk. He won the footy. And he's got a kick about 55, I should say, from home. The Hannon was the victim of that tackle. In comes the kick towards the top of the goal square. 5 players flying. No one can get a clean touch. Roved here by McConnell. McConnell breaks through, and he puts it on the right, and he puts it straight through. Wade McConnell, a goal of the day contender, and he draws the lead now. Extends it by 6 points here for the Scoresby Footy Club. They are 9-4-58. Boronia 4-3-27. 6.5 gone here, third term.
Some really poor efforts down there by the defence of Boronia. They bumped him. Wade McConnell just rode the bump of him. They should have tackled him and brought him to the ground, but no, they just bumped him, and a great play by Wade McConnell to keep his feet and snap the goal.
Around the grounds with the score centre, Barry Cotts.
Yeah, Division 2, a further score update, Lilydale and Mulgrave. Lilydale 7-9-51 to Mulgrave 4-5-29. Doncaster 8-6-54, Mitcham 3-3-21.
Ball back in the middle, DSO versus Henderson, who got a fingertip on it. DSO had to do the roving work. He was looking for Chadwick, went through his arms, little kick off the ground there by Collins up towards the half-forward line. Worked out okay there for Burgess, who went after it. He had the first option. He didn't go with it. And he was, luckily for him, brought to ground, and the umpire said, all was fair. Let's have a bounce. 60 metres out. Boronia need the next one. There's no two ways about that. This game is slipping away from them at the moment. Knock comes down. DSO roved up, went after it. Nicely done there by Marcius. Handball over the top to leg. Kicks the ball inside forward 50 and kicks into open space. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Burgess was the first player for Boronia to meet it. Williams was on his hammer. Burgess fumbled over the boundary line. And we will have a boundary throw in 55 metres out from the Scoresby goals, leading this game by 31 points. 7.5 minutes into this third term. They called the Premiership Quarter. It's Division 3 qualifying final in the Bendigo Bank EFL Final Series. Umpire throws the ball in, and we've heard a whistle. It's going to go the way of the Magpies. It looks that way. So Paul Chadwick, who's already kicked 2 goals, he might just be able to roost this one here, Paul. He's going to have to kick it from about 55, 56 metres. Just to be precise, goes inside forward 50.
That's too easy.
Just tricked them all in the end. And why wouldn't you go the way of Williams, who comes out? He's already kicked 4 goals for the afternoon, and he'll go back. And this is well within his range. It's a difficult angle, but he can start it out left and work it back right, which is the way it's been going today. So Mark Williams. He's kicked 21 goals for the season. Started today with 17. Set sail for goal. It goes right across the face. Krawczyk was there, a little snap. It's still alive. There's about 5 players around the football. Krawczyk goes after it again. Right on top of him was Brenton McAlpine. And we will have a ball up. Let's go boundary side to Matt Fodia.
Brash said Burgess was getting towed up by Williams, so they've now said Jake Godwin to win.
Thanks very much, Matt. Geez, surely this is going to get knocked through for a rush behind, but we'll see what happens.
Here?
There's been a free kick in the ruck contest. Bit of holding against Williams that time. And it'll be Boronia a chance to just get themselves out of that danger zone. But it was an absolute shocking kick that time. It was knocked away. Nicely done there by Chadwick, but it scoots out wide. They'll take the boundary line every day of the week here, Boronia, but somehow it just manages to stay in. And they'll certainly take it now, but a free kick to Scoresby. Listen to the fans get behind this one. They're on fire. Ball in the middle. Switching across the play here is Roberts. Goes across there to Bronskiest. And Bronskiest goes out towards the half-forward line where he spots up Duncan.
So Duncan takes it on the run, spears this one in towards the direction of Williams, takes it too easily in front of Rutherford.
That was way too easy, Ray.
It was like a training drill, wasn't it? But great play by Cal McConnell, who got the free kick here, and he crisscrossed. And yeah, look, too many loose players for Scoresby there.
So Williams, opposite side of the ground to where he was 2 minutes ago. He's going to try and look for his fifth of the afternoon. Puts it on to the right, gives it a fair old shake, but he misses to the near side. And just the minor score there for the Magpies. And they increase their lead by 1 point. Scoresby 9-5-59, lead Boronia 4-3-27.
4 goals, 1 to Mark Williams this afternoon.
Go to Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Division 1 South Croydon 15-797 to Montrose 1-8.
Well, Jess Bolton spotted up Hannon, who took a good mark from the stoppage, kicks it in towards the middle of the ground. It was risky. Ben Robertson couldn't quite trap it. Got Bert to ball, though, into no man's land. Ryan Hicks, handball over the top. Now they've got a bit of run. Brad Jones, he's been good today. Up towards the half-forward line. Here's Paravicini. He might be too far out, but he's going to kick it right to the top of the goal square. There might be a bit of holding there on McConnell. The umpire said it was okay. Let's have a bounce 10 metres out from goal. A 32-point lead to Scoresby. There's more scores happening, Baz.
Yes, in Division 1, East Ringwood and Rowville. And it's Rowville 8-6-54 to East Ringwood 5-1-31. Doncaster 10-4-64. Knox 4-3-27.
Well, from the stoppage, it's the Hawks to get the clearing kick. An interesting scissor kick out towards the half-back line. Bounced favourably there for the Magpies. So the little handball comes out now the way of Duncan. Inside forward 50. Duncan goes a big fist away. That was good play that time there by Collins. Got it out towards centre half-back. Was scooped upon, though, by Hicks for the Magpies. Gets it to Leg. Leg gives his left leg out wide. He was spotting up his target there in Paravicini. He had a hard contest against Sean Bell. Oh, this is a great tussle. They did really well. The ball's still being kept alive, though. This is good play. Jared Hicks brought to ground. Well done, Brenton McAlpine.
Free kick, I reckon.
And maybe a card. And maybe a card.
Yep. For
yellow card.
For rough conduct, I think that's probably the way I'll describe it.
And rough conduct based on it was so close to the fence, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just threw him down in disgust for not winning a free kick.
Not too sure if that was yellow card worthy, to be honest. Let's cross down boundary side to Matt Fodia.
If he's thrown him into the fence, no matter the force, I think it has to be a yellow card.
Yep.
Danger sides there for Boronia, boys. Look, Scoresby, they're just working that run-on style of play into this quarter, and they look really dangerous at the moment.
So it'll be Nathan Hicks, who's sucking in some big ones at the moment. Just waiting for the change to happen. Jared Rutherford comes onto the ground. So Hicks goes short. He just poked it forward in the end. That was quite wasteful. He was trying to spot up Jake Ryle, and he hits a deck and will have a bounce. Let's go to Barry Cotts around the grounds.
Yes, more scores. Vermont 8-7-55, Blackburn 7-5-47, North Ringwood and Norwood 5-5-35, North Ringwood 2-4-16, Baldwin 7-6-48 to Noble Park 6-4-40.
McConnell's clearing kick now out towards centre wing, going back to the flight that there was Richards for Scoresby. It's knocked forward to the half-forward flank now on the far side of the ground here for Boronia as players pile in. Robertson and Robinson, try saying that 3 times fast. They pile in over the far side. We'll have a ball up.
Especially when you're going Robinson to Robertson.
It's 13 and a half gone here in the third term. Hicks back into the ruck, wins it down. Leg escorts it over the boundary line. Will have a boundary throw.
I think one of the things today that I've noticed, Ray, with Boronia, seem to be second to the ball a lot today, aren't they?
Yeah, Scoresby won it.
So in comes the boundary throw. Hicks dueling now with Bowes into the ruck. His leg dives through a couple of challenges. Gets a hand pass out now here to Hicks. His kick travels not to far enough, says the umpire. And up comes Scoresby through the centre of the ground. The hand pass over the top finds Marcius. His kick now out towards centre wing. D'Esso now in a one-on-one contest. The big man stops, props and puts it onto the right. Spears in towards the half-forward line. Couldn't take the mark there. Good Williams. Got 2 Boronia players to deal with. He is dealt with. Taken away now here beautifully by Burgess for Boronia. His hand pass comes out to his teammate to Bolton. Bolton spears in towards the centre square, and Braden Bowes takes it here for Boronia. Kicks it in towards short. Target there is Collins. Gain of about 10-15 metres, and he goes in short as well to Damon
That's
Fairchild.
it, take
turns
off.
around, puts it in towards 4-4. The target there's Robinson. It's going to trickle, it's going to bounce. Has it got the carry? No, it doesn't. And Jonathan Roberts escorts it over for a minor score, and that's the first score of the term here for the Hawks. 4-4-28. They trail the Magpies 9-5-59, 15 gone, third term.
Ball comes back into play. Chadwick took it, goes out wide. Found Jones, who used the right boot up towards the wing position. Matt Krosick comes out in front. Yeah.
Tell you what, can someone on Boronia lay a tackle on Brad Jones? No one's gone within 5 metres of him all afternoon.
So, Matty Krosick, happy man after the Bombers got up last night. Got the kick up towards the wing position. McConnon got the handball away. Kick was smothered. Jones comes back in. There you go. Someone's tackled him. Brought to ground. Well done there, Lockie McKernan. He answered Brash's challenge. Brought Brad Jones to ground. Ball just outside the centre square, far side. It's on the wing position. Knocked down that time there by Bowes. Came out towards the Hannon direction. Worked his way out of a phone booth. Got the handball away. The kick goes out towards the half-forward line, but over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full. Good work by the Boronia fans to save another windscreen. As the Scoresby team work themselves across the half-back line. Here's Cal McConnon, but he's also Barry Cotts with some more around the ground scores.
Yeah, quickly, Division 2, Bayswater 11.59 to Wantuna South 3.10.28.
Gee, I reckon that game's over.
Brian Hicks has taken the mark, the skipper. A brilliant goal in that second term. Late got it away to Legg, who used a bit of leg there too. Took off inside forward 50. He goes. It was a floating kick that was chopped off there by Lake, who looked like he just wanted the boundary line. Scooped upon there by Burgess, his teammate, up towards the wing position. Got to be a big flyer there in Hannon, but reading it well there once again was the skipper Ryan Hicks on the right boot. Kicks it up towards the half-forward line. That was centimetre perfect. Here's Jake Ryle. Too far out to score at the moment, so expect him just to kick it out about 30 metres out. The big fly from Krosick at the front of the back. McConnon around the body towards the top of the goal square. He just didn't have enough purchase, but he copped one in the back, Wade McConnon, and it'll be a free kick to Scoresby at the top of the goal square. Unnecessary play there by Boronia. That was undisciplined.
Oh, yeah.
So it will come back to McConnon. Will it? No,
it's
it won't.
downfield.
They gave him back the ball, but we all knew that it was going to be downfield, so it's exactly where it will go now.
And Dale Hare will be on the end of the...
Well, Dale Hare has been
quiet today.
Starved of a goal. He's kicked 65 for the year, but just put down 66.
Yeah.
So Scoresby get 10 now. They're running away with this game. I'm almost going to call it here. If they get the next one, it's game over out here in the qualifying final. Boronia, they need to lift. 18 minutes tick over on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Scoresby 10-5-65. Boronia 4-4-28. Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Yes, the second semi-final in Division 4 between Glen Waverley Hawks and the Wild Horse Pioneers. 15-minute mark of the third quarter. Glen Waverley Hawks 5-10-40. Lead Wild Horse Pioneers 4-8-32.
So off the restart there, so's tapped down, finds leg, gets a quick hand pass out now here to Jones. He goes by hand in turn to McConnon, gets run down, but he gets dispossessed. Henderson takes a loose footy. He's tackled hard there by Krawczyk. Got a hand pass now here to Rapazada. His right foot kick up towards the half-forward flank, punched away there by Rutherford, who had the back spot. Leg comes back and gives a hand pass there. They're trying to find his teammate in Duncan, but he is on the bottom. Excuse me, that's...
Tell you what, as he
Develop,
played
I
a
think.
quarter, Brenton Legg, he has been awesome in this. He's just his hard work at the ball.
So D'Asso back into the ruck, tap one down. Hannon boots it in towards the forward 50 now here for Boronia. They need a mark. They can't get one. It's well roved here by Goldsworthy. His hand pass comes out to Jones. Run down there by Collins as six-man scrum ensues there. Ball still loose. Umpire letting it go. Milligan's wrapped up and will finally get a ball up here about 45 out from the Boronia goal.
They can't sort themselves out in the forward 50, Brush.
No.
Bit ambitious, that hand pass by Goldsworthy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a loose footy on the deck. Goldsworthy, as we talked about, tries to paddle this one out. Jones in pursuit for Scoresby as there is Steele. He can't get his mitts on it, and we'll have a ball up in the forward pocket now on the far side of the ground.
They just can't get their hands on the ball enough, Boronia. When they do, they keep turning it over because they're under pressure.
But there's no system inside their forward 50.
So the rucking contest won by Henderson. It comes back out to Boronia. Kick brilliantly smothered there by Chadwick. He takes the ball and has a run.
Wow.
Chadwick onto the right now, up towards a vacant centre wing in front of Williams. One-on-one with Burgess. Williams forced to concede that over the boundary line.
That was a really good kick by Paul Chadwick there. He knew it was a 2-on-1 situation for Williams and kicked it knowing that it was just going to bounce just inside the line and his teammate would make the contest.
No reason why. It's not easy to see why Paul Chadwick's been in their best 12 times out of 18 games this year.
As that ball goes back out over the boundary line for another boundary throw. So 10-5-65 leads 4-4-28 here, East Burwood Reserve. We are now into time on in this Division 3 qualifying final, Eastern Footy League, as that D'Esso almost took that straight off the ruck. Chadwick sweeps up the crumbs, goes by hand, look there for Jones. Milligan, well, got dispossessed and almost took an arm with him. It comes into the hands now of Chin for Boronia. His kick was a wobbly one, goes up towards centre half forward. Diving in there is Duncan for Scoresby, and he's got 3 Boronia players surrounding him, and we'll have a ball up centre half forward now here for the Hawks.
That kick by Boronia towards the forward 50 just sums up their day today.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So, doing the rucking there, D'Esso again. McConnon gets it only momentarily as Chadwick tries to get possession. The umpire's going to take it off the maul, and we'll have take 2 on that ball up dead on centre half forward now here for the Hawkers. Well, really lacking in any momentum, but they might get some now here from McConnon. Puts it onto the right, put in towards the goal square. Bronski's going back, and it's touched over the line. Just the second score of this term here for the Hawks, and it again is a minor. 4-5-29. They trail Scoresby 10-5-65. Wayne Brasher.
Yep. I think that it just sums up their day at the moment, Boronia. They just can't take a trick.
No.
Brunswick goes to
look at
Richards, who goes out towards the wing position. Mark's been taken by Ryan Hicks. Now here's the go. They're just using the football so much better. Linking up nicely on the right boot. Here's Cal McConnon inside forward 50. It goes towards the Matty Krosick direction. He'd love a goal. He's a star. He's a beauty, isn't he, Matty Krosick? Well, that just might have shut the game. That might have given him a chance to get into the grand final next Saturday afternoon. Scoresby, they are pounding on the goals at the moment in the Division 3 qualifying final out here at East Burwood. 11-5, 71 to 4-5-29. Barry Cox around the ground.
Yeah, some Division 2 score updates. Upper Ferntree Gully and Croydon. It's Upper Ferntree Gully 5-13-43 to Croydon 5-6-36. Bayswater, as we said, 8-11-59 to One Turner South 3-10-28. Doncaster East 12-8-80 to Mitcham 3-4-22.
So off the restart there, D'Esso. Chadwick again, unstoppable, but his hand pass now comes back on towards the deck as McKernan got one up high. Play continues. The hand pass finds McConnon now of the Wade variety. Takes one up towards half forward, but no one there but Boronia players. And, well, Bolton made a real meal of that. And it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw. So Brett Beston tearing what's left of his hair out after seeing that. No Gary No Gary Conyers in for Heathmont tomorrow either, so he loses this weekend. In comes the boundary throw now here for Boronia. It's picked up now here by Bolton, redeems himself, but almost turned it straight over. I've jinxed him. Here's Crawchik looking for goal number 2. He's dispossessed there. Good tackle by Godwin. He comes back now here to Williams, looking for leg. Couldn't get his hand pass clear. It's Steele, and now Godwin, and his kick now out towards his teammate in Harry Burgess. Moves it up now in the direction of Rapisada here on centre wing. Goes by hand. Dangerous handball to Henderson. He's tackled there. Well done. Great job there from Hicks, the skipper. And Godwin goes back over the top of his head to Rapisada, who's wrapped up in the tackle. And comes now here to Milligan. Goes by both fists, but he's turned it over. Here's Hannon now. Hannon, more challenges than Malcolm Turnbull in the party room this week. He gets by both of them. Here's the kick here from Godwin in towards the forward line, and a good mark taken here from Boronia. And, well, that's guarded in there by Bozinskis in the forward pocket, and he's going to go back and back himself.
Got to have a shot from here.
45 out, tight angle. And, well, it looks like he's looking for someone to centre the footy too, but as he said, he's got to go for it. With time expiring here in this third term. The kick is a good one. It's got the carry. It does. Matty Brzezinskis has put one through for Boronia late in this third term. They move to 5-5-35. They trail Scoresby 11-5-71 here. 24 minutes gone, third term.
Just going back to all this play that come around the wing there before that goal, the Boronia players, they almost looked as though they were, don't handball it to me because I don't know what to do with it. They were really panicking as they come up, the pressure that Scoresby were putting on them.
You're right, and that play there where there were three Scoresby guys won the contest and then split Boronia right through the middle there.
Those three, they were interchanges. They were lucky, Scoresby. 3 interchanges right, come on where the ball came to.
Well, however you can find the big sticks, it's a good way as the kick goes from D'Esso up towards the half-forward line and McConnon takes it. And in fact, it's Nathan Hicks on the right boot, sets sail for goal. They've loved an answer this afternoon. Bolton, last line of defence, was happy to see it over. Take over the call at any time, Ray. You just give me the nod. As the kick comes back into play, Jared Lake in the back pocket takes the mark. Kick goes out towards the Hannon direction, out in front. He had the jukes there. The spoil was there from Duncan, who's happy to see it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Boundary throwing 70 metres out from the Scoresby goals.
So, late one to the Hawks, but, well, a 37-point margin right now at this stage of the game. Very difficult to ascend for anyone as Henderson lays the tackle. Diving in there is Steele for Boronia, and on top of him is Brad Jones, and we'll have a ball up just dead on 50 now here at the Scoresby end of the ground. So Henderson v D'Esso again. D'Esso just muscles him aside. Trying to burst through there was Burgess for Boronia. Henderson gets the foot to ball, only temporarily though. Chadwick's diving in there again. Contender for BOG, I'd have to say, this afternoon. Paul Chadwick.
Absolutely. Barry Cott's around the ground.
Yes, and we've got some Division 1 scores. South Croydon 17-12, 114 to Montrose 139. East Ringwood and Roval. Roval 8-6-54 to East Ringwood 5-1-31. And Doncaster 13-8-86, well ahead of Knox 6-5-41.
As that ends up with the ball up just on the half-forward flank here for the Magpies, just inside the boundary line. 26.5 gone here in quarter number 3 of this Division 3 qualifying final. Obviously, Division 3 elimination final tomorrow, Heathmont and the Basin. The loser of this will face the winner of that. Here's a kick up now towards the edge of the centre square. Mark taken here by Fairchild. Turns and goes, puts it right into the back there of Cal McConnon as a loose footy comes out here towards the centre square. One-on-one contest, fisted forward. Hicks looking for it now. That of the Ryan variety on the edge of the centre square here for Scoresby. A loose footy. It's hand passed over the top. Jones goes out towards Paravicini, but the siren beats them to it. It finishes 11-6-72. Boronia 5-5-35. We played 3 quarters of footy out here at East Burwood Reserve. Quickly, the goal kickers for Scoresby. Mark Williams with 4. Paul Chadwick with 2. Singles to Paravicini, Wade McConnon, Dale Hare, Ryan Hicks and Krawczyk. And singles for Boronia, Hannon, Brzezinskis, Collins, White and Robinson.
Well,